Stephanie from Colonial House Primitives. Today I am taking you along with me as I go to the Greater Antique Mall in Columbus, Ohio. Let me tell you what, this is one of the coolest locations if you're ever in the area. It sits before you go downtown, and it is a really fun place. And let me tell you, I did not record this the correct way on my phone, but I was so excited to show you everything in here. Half the time you're probably going to be looking at stuff on the floor, but there's some really, really cool things. This is about 3 stories, and it goes all the way in the back of the building. It's just like a super, super awesome building to go and explore all the different primitives, farmhouse, antiques, lots of stuff that you can turn something into nothing. And you know, here I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff. I had to fix a box because it was driving me crazy. I thought this little shave bowl was super duper cute. But yeah, I mean, the prices are reasonable. You know, I was really into looking for different things that I can make into designs, and I just decided I was going to go and take you along with me. So hope you enjoy this little bit of a tour, and hopefully I don't make you too sick or show you too much floor. But, you know, this is my first time turning my bits and clips into a movie, and just really wanted to show you some of the goodies that were here. One of the things about this old building that used to be a house is it has got the creepiest set of stairs. You will see it throughout the video. Where I'm going right now, this is pretty much the Christmas room, and it's like on a 3rd floor, and it actually, you know, has not as much stuff as the other floors do, but they really do have some neat items. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you look. Like I said, this upstairs is far and few between if you ever find anything up here. I did find a few books that I enjoy looking at, and plus grab them too. I did grab a bunch of different rusty crusty type of things that we will be listing for sales. So I just kind of wanted to show you and tell you about some of the things up here. There's not a whole lot, but I mean, it's when you get to the lower levels, there's so much more that you can look at. Eye candy, as we call it, eye candy. Yep, that's it, eye candy. And look, I couldn't just pass up not looking at this Mickey Mouse glass jar. I thought it was adorable. But oh my goodness, look at this Raggedy Ann and Andy. I think the last time I was here, I staged them in front of that little cash register, and I was bummed it didn't sell. I saw it still there, and I was thinking, maybe I should just go ahead and restage it for him. But yeah, so we're getting really close here to being done with the top floor. I came across this old box of magazines and journals, and I really started to go through it. And this is where I believe that I found a couple of the magazines that I really, really liked, and I loved it for the graphics and the pictures and the want ads in it. I thought they were absolutely adorable. But one of the boxes that I went through, it kind of reminded me of when I found the seed packets in one of my last videos, and there was some questionable things on it. So I kind of had to laugh about that. And then here I am just kind of looking over at some older stuff. And I'm trying to think now, am I still on the third floor? Yep, we are still on the third floor because there's not much on these tables. Which I think, I guess it's pretty smart not to put a whole lot of stuff up here because it's going to be hard for some people to carry it down the creepy stairs, which I believe we may be getting close to where we are going to go down the stairs. And I'll let you enjoy that on your own so you can tell me whether or not you think they're creepy, because I sure do. Again, you're going to see me going through another stack of books and journals. I could just tell where my head was with this. For some reason, if I get on a kick and I'm wanting to buy paper, I'll buy paper. And if I want to buy, 10 cans, or if I'm looking for strainers and graters and different things like that, or wood, I seem to have like a theme every time that I come. I do buy a couple papers from this booth right here, for $1, and I thought that they were so cool for the age on them as well. So, but yeah, I just really get on this kick where I'm like, hey, you know what, I think today I'm going to be looking for ephemera. I want old papers and stuff that I can make junk journals out of, or if I want something that I can put with a doll, it seems like that is my go-to when I'm looking and doing what I'm doing. And here we are getting ready to leave the Christmas side. I come over and I'm like, yep, I think I need a basket. And then I was going to record as I went downstairs, and I've had this shaking thing going on lately, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. And then I look and I'm like, do I really want to record going down there? I don't at first, but then I start to. It was just a little scary at first when I looked down, and I'm like, it's pretty steep. Might not look pretty steep on the video, but it is pretty darn steep. And I love this little stove. I think it is so adorable. If somebody is into miniatures and they like those miniature houses and stuff, I think that would be so cool to do one of those videos on like miniature food and things like this. This booth sells clothes and jewelry. And wait until you see the sign they have up by their clothes. Here it comes. Oh yeah, here she comes. Well, it's Dolly. Feel free to try anything on at checkout. Dolly thinks you look amazing. I thought that was great. It's like, oh, look at this sign. And here we are, taking in their nice, beautiful floor. Pair of old skates. Why not? Who doesn't want to go skating? My husband claims that he can rollerblade, but I don't know if I believe that or not. Still haven't seen him do it. Try to get him to go ice skating. He won't do it, so I think it's all lies. I don't think he knows how to. But yeah, just here I am. There I am looking at books again. And then they have a bunch of glass stuff. And this right here is the second level. The one we were just on was the third level. Look magazine. That makes me think of the Christmas Story movie every time I see a Look magazine. There's a bunch of different Pyrex and a lot of jewelry. A lot of these people have a lot of salt and pepper shakers. I love this booth's holidays section. Usually they will have some really awesome like Christmas and fall. And why don't I sit here and just name all the holidays like you guys don't know what they are. But they usually have really good enamel and different things like that. Really cool glassware, and they've got buttons and different things like that too. So here I am. I'm like, okay, old sewing notions. Don't do it, Stephanie. You know you don't need any more. What are you looking at buttons for? You've got like 15 jars of old buttons. That's right. Walk away, girl. Don't get any. And then here, of course, here I'm going, yep, paper. I need paper. I need books and books and books and books. Oh, but this coloring book was so cool. I'm kind of upset with not getting it because I love the outside of it. It was $5 and it was a huge, did I say Christmas? Easter. I hope I said Easter. Who knows? But oh my goodness, that coloring book was so cool. I'm kind of upset with myself for leaving it behind. And then here we are still in the same booth, just kind of meandering around like we don't have a whole store to look at, but why not look at all the little things? Oh, look at a ladle. You've got one of those. We use those for dill rings and you put candles inside of them. So if you have any, get them. Super cool. I thought that little Santa was cute, but it's past your season, buddy. You need to go back. Oh, I didn't even notice that little Pez dispenser. I thought these little ephemera things were cute, but I thought, you can make stuff like that. Put it back. Don't get it. What are you doing? You can make those cards on your own. Here, let's just show you guys the display. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think there was some really, really cute stuff. I love old pictures. I did buy a ton of old postcards because I'm going to make them into digital so that way people can print them on material and use them for their junk journals and stuff. So I did get a bunch of vintage postcards. And then here I am looking, thinking there's something else here that I need to see. Why don't we go back here and look at Santa again? Hey, if anything, watch this for the commentary because, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so here is another level. This actually, we were upstairs. Now we came down the stairs, and then we're going down another level now. And this is, I believe, one of my favorite areas. Let me see. Yeah, that's one of them because there's two different lower level areas. And there's a lot of cool things. There's a lot of display glass. And I took a picture of a couple things that I wanted and I never went back. And I think that's the hardest thing is, remembering. And I don't want to have to bother somebody to come down and unlock them, even though I know that's what they're there for. But still, this big space usually doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it when I go in there either. But yeah, so there's another level there, and then it goes down again. This place is like a maze. I mean, it's kind of like almost want to do like, where's Waldo? So we're just looking around. I'm hoping I was going to show you the panoramic view, but you know what? Maybe I'll sit here and act like I'm watching somebody else's go, man, this person's terrible at recording. I don't know why I picked that up. I would never buy that. But that's not me. I figured somebody else might want to see it. And there's a really cute, I think they all had Coca-Cola and different things like that in this booth. And you walk in, and I know it's not one that I normally buy anything from, but I just kind of wanted to show you and give you an idea of what's in here. Why not? Oh, I didn't get to ask you guys. Look at this old Slinky. Is that not cool? Almost could use it just for the rusty wire, but I think that thing is adorable. And here I am again, to walk away from Stephanie. Oh, but you want these for the papers. No, you don't. You have enough of those. Your mom all left you enough. Now, I thought these were cool. I couldn't find a price on them. I should have taken them upstairs, or were they like $4? I was being cheap. I didn't need any more papers, so I was like, nope, don't buy them. You've got other stuff that you've got right now. Don't buy those. But they were so cool. I mean, come on. That was a little coaster. How cute is that? What do you guys look for when you go to antique stores? I'm kind of curious because my taste might be different because I've been purchasing and selling primitive items since like 1998 and vintage and antiques, and I've been doing it for so long, but my taste is somewhat different than everybody else's. I think my clientele, I know what they're looking for, but I'm just kind of curious what everybody's looking for because I know there's a lot of people that look for stoneware or Pyrex or, the glass 1960s type items. So I wasn't sure kind of what everybody looks for when they go because I look for rusty, crusty, grungy. And then I loved these cards, and this is one of the items that I took a picture of the glass because I really wanted to have the person come down and I was going to purchase them, and I walked right out without them, but we'll see. I'll probably either go back and they'll be there, or I'll go back and be kicking myself. Now we're on this one part of this lower level. They have a lot of industrial type items, and I love that beverage holder. I thought it was like $65, and I think that would be so adorable in my craft room. Put some buckets on it, so I may end up going back and getting that. And then I thought these shelves were pretty cool too. Like they have a lot of cool, look at that fencing, look at that sink. How cool would that be to restore that? Oh my goodness, I love it. And then they have this 3-tier, I love that shelf too. And I thought these little bookend holders were adorable. Look at them. Aren't they so cute? And then they have the books in them, and I'm like, nah, I'm not paying that much for those books. But oh my gosh, they were so cute. They were so cute. I could pay for them, but I just don't want to. Not the way eggs are right now. And then I found this 3-tier, and I love this. Now, I was like, man, this would be so cool. I could take all of my lace and everything out of my, buckets and containers, and I could put it in that to display it. How cool is that? But then, you know what? It's probably a lot bigger than what I think it is, because by the time I get home, oh my goodness, it would be huge. But yeah, I love their stuff. It's just has that beautiful, perfect crusty Pantina. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to be getting ready for work and going to work here in about 3 hours. And I love these chairs. And I was like, oh, $200. But you know what? I would end up painting on them and putting a stencil on them. And Bill and I have been looking for a new swing to hang off of our back porch. So I thought that swing was pretty cool too. Windows and doors, they've got a bunch of those. There's also a booth that we'll get ready and go in that I trip over some stuff. But there's some really, really cool things in there. Of course, baskets. I've got a thing with baskets, especially the picnic baskets. I do collect those myself, and I stack those on top of each other. And if you watch out at the thrift stores, you can usually find them, but most of the time I will purchase them for myself. And then everybody always wants to buy them from me, so then I am selling them and having to look for more. But yeah, they had some really cool stuff if you're into pocket knives. And these vents right here, there's some more of those. Those are perfect to put into a faux fireplace. And then if you buy or you have some of our twinkle lights that we sell on Facebook, those are fantastic to put inside there. You can even put the angel hair vine. I absolutely loved those. My dogs are going to start barking because they hear me up here talking, or the mailman's coming. And, you know, this booth right here, I think I spent a good 40 minutes on the floor, not because I fell and I couldn't get up. It was mainly because, oh, there I am. It was mainly because I got down and I started looking at pictures and stuff. Then people were coming in. Nobody was in that booth when I was there, of course. But then, like, once I got down on the floor and I started looking at papers and books and different things like that, somebody walked by me and I'm like, I'm so sorry. They're like, no, you're fine. I was like, good, because I don't think I can get up, because I literally was on the floor and I'm like, yep, don't think that's happening. Probably won't be able to get up off the floor. And then here, I'm sitting here looking at these typewriters, and I have my grandpa's old typewriter, and it still works. And I was thinking about that when I was there. I was like, man, I really need to display that better and start using it. My grandpa used to always type letters to my great-grandma, my great-grandpa, and send them back home. But I love that number 5 crock. I think it's so pretty, that jug. So awesome. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I guess I just want to talk today. But yeah, here's an old copper pot, and there's so many cool things. There's the typewriter again. I thought this paper in the back of the typewriter, there was some paper back there. I ended up looking through that. I thought it was pretty awesome. And I just think they have some really neat things. Those towels right there and those old feed sacks, I was debating on going ahead and using those to make some Easter eggs with. But I've got a stack of them already, so I kind of waited on those. But yeah, I love this booth over here. I think it's adorable. And then it just goes on. I mean, it just going down every turn. And this booth right here had a lot of clothes. And there was a lot of memorabilia stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool. I don't usually look at the when they're behind glass. I don't know why. There's another antique store that I want to take you guys to. It's huge. It's over 53,000 square feet. And there's a lot of display cases. And it's, for some odd reason, I don't know if I get distracted or if it's just because I'm a toucher and I like to touch things. And I try not to, because after the C word COVID stuff that was going on, I try not to touch anything. But I mean, I'm safe. I constantly sanitizing my hands and different things like that. And I love this. Oh my goodness, Smurf. Like, I love that Smurf pillow. There were so many cute things. I thought this little Burger King box was adorable. So here we are walking down from the 3rd floor. We already went up to the 4th floor. These stairs were not as creepy as the last set, so I was quite proud of myself for recording as I was coming down. On this lower level, they have little nooks and crannies. There's so many different things to look at. This booth right here always has some really good Crocs and milk jugs and baskets and collector plates and different things like that. It's just tucked in by the front door as you walk in. So those steps were right when we first walked in. And then you just kind of round this corner, and then they kind of built a new area in, which I was really surprised when I went the last time. It just seems like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's like a huge old style house. I'm not sure. I think it's from like the 1800s, but it just completely goes all the way back, and it almost looks like it's got an addition onto it. But here's some beautiful jewelry. I love buying the little pendants and pins and different things like that to add to like my dolls and different brooches and things like that. So if you ever want to, you can always join us at Colonial House Primitives on Facebook. We do live sales on there, and you can see some of the items that we make. We're getting ready to gear up. We've been getting stuff together and stuff made so that way we can go ahead and have another sale, but we're also going to go ahead and start adding our website to the things that we do make and put them on here as well. So that way, we have our wooden dough bowls and different things like that we make, and we also show you during our lives on how you can display them and how to decorate with them. And it's really fun because everybody that joins always tells exactly what they're going to do with it. They share their pictures and their inspiration, and it's a lot of fun. I had a hard time leaving this roll top desk there. I absolutely love all these little drawers. I could just imagine all the little notions and sewing supplies and stuff that I could put inside of them. You're going to also see, look at these vintage sawls. We use those and we paint and stencil on them. At Christmas time, I do one that's stenciled ho ho ho, and I put a Santa hat on it, and it's something that we just cannot keep. It's one of our favorite things. So definitely look for things out of the ordinary that you can repurpose, and just think outside of the box when it comes to like your stenciling and your painting and different things like that, because there's definitely a collector for everything. Again, here I am looking at paper because I was on a paper kick, like I said. So I'm always on the lookout for vintage suitcases. I think they're great to stack, and you can store stuff in them. Especially you can put like wooden buckets on top of them and old ice cream containers and different things like that. So I was really excited to see that suitcase. Got quite a few right now, so I decided to go ahead and just skip that today because I was more on a paper hunt, because I'm getting together my ephemera packs and different things for my mixed media for my dolls. And right now, since I'm working on Halloween, I'm kind of like looking more for like more creepy type vintage looking items. And I love all the old postcards and different things like that. So I'll kind of show you those as we go. I absolutely loved all the vintage items in this display. I thought they had so many wonderful rusty crusty type of items to choose from. That little lobster I thought was adorable. How cute would that be, like on some twine and making it into like a rustic looking fishing decor item, and the jars and different things like that. I absolutely love this person's item. I thought that they had a lot of different things to choose from, which was super fun. They had a lot of stuff on display case, then they had some stuff outside the case, and they just had some wonderful items, a show and tell. Look at that romper room. I thought that was adorable. I just love all this nostalgia, like toys and different trinkets like that are super fun. Look at that, Bill and Coo. just so many wonderful things. I could just sit and watch and just look all day. It just like really gets your endorphins going. This area right here is part of the new area that they put on, and there was just a lot of clothes, so I was just kind of hurrying to go through. I think there was somebody in there at that time too, and I didn't want to make sure that I wasn't, recording anybody. But this is one of my favorite areas over here. This one has a lot of like old industrial items that you can use. I believe this is the booth, if I'm not mistaken. But it kind of has like a bunch of twists and turns. They have all that rusty, crusty type. Yep, this is the booth. This is where I buy a lot of my strainers and my graters and different things like that I can use and put mice in, and angel hair vine and our homegrown prairie grass. And then again, there's the grates that you can put the lights with the angel hair in and make, you can even put them in a basket or like an old crate. But this over here is where it kind of gets tricky because they've got so much stuff in here, and I think I tripped on something and I may have stopped the video, and then I turned around and picked it up because I dropped it on the ground. Once I kicked it, I thought I was gonna fall over. I guess I'm what you can say kind of klutzy sometimes. But yeah, I love that if you have something that you want to repurpose, or if you're like, hey, I need a spindle for, this part of my house, or an old piece of wood, or a little block, which we sold some of their blocks before. You can go to this booth and they have just about anything. We sell rusty springs that are on a hook from this booth, and everybody will hang like their flower pots and different things like that from it. So it's always fun to kind of look for those type of items, so that way you can use them in your home. This is another really sweet booth. They have really cool vintage primitive items as well, and they have a lot more of. I must be amore Italian, but yeah, look at all their whisk brooms. I mean, it's just endless when it comes to this booth of the things that they have. Their stuff's a little bit pricier, but I mean, look at that old mug. I should have bought it to go with the rest of them, but I think I've got like 50 of those mugs now. And I mean, can you really have too many? Nah, you can't. But yeah, I really like this booth. And then next to it, there is a jewelry booth, which her name is Jeannie. She is the sweetest lady, I see her all the time set up at different yard sales, and she is just so sweet. Every time I see her, she's like, I just love you, and she's always so sweet. I love those. Look at those bronze baby shoes, those are so cute. And that old ivory soap. Oh, that sheep picture is so pretty. But yeah, she's got a booth down here on this lower level, and she is just the biggest sweetheart. I absolutely love this set right here. I have my grandma's old makeup mirror set, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute to display, especially if you're selling something that's old makeup or old bottles or perfume bottles, different things like that. It's fun to display them on old doilies. But I used to have one of those kid horse riding toys, and I sold it. But yeah, so her booth is really cute. She's got some cute things. And I think here I may be walking into Jeannie's booth right now. Or this is somebody else's. Ooh, I love that. I didn't even notice that. I've got a thing for scales, so that would have been super cute. I might have to go back again because there's some things that I'm seeing that I missed because I was on my paper kick and I was too busy looking for paper. But look at those industrial lights. Are those not cool? They were pretty pricey, but they are stinking adorable. And here we're getting a good shot of the floor. They had some cool skates and some other things. Globes seem to be huge right now too. I believe this booth was having a sale, so I kind of did like a pan over real quick, and then I was like, let's see what the sale is. And it was just a table that was 50% off, but they had some really cool glassware. But yeah, they really had, they were really stock full the last time they came. And I love that little old scooter. How cute would that be with a bear on it? Oh my goodness, I love it. And they had some neat aprons and just wonderful items. And here I am checking out the sale table to see if there's anything up here I want. There was a couple cool things on here. Decided not to get anything. I was looking at some of their stuff. I have that same radio flyer little wagon. I use it as a display. for my dolls and bears and different things like that. But yeah, they had some really cool stuff in this booth. Okay, this booth right here is so adorable. I have to look in it. I always have to make sure I look twice so that way I'm not missing anything. But they always have the cutest baby vintage items. They are so adorable. The clothes, the books, the shoes, they always have something in here that I always end up buying. Look at the little button shoes. How cute are those? They are so darling. But yes, they are so cute. Look at the little brushes. And sometimes I'll buy like bonnets in here. I'll buy little dresses and I'll put them on my primitive doll, just depending on if they're small enough, or I'll put them on a rabbit. But everything in here is just baby and kid related. And I just think it is the sweetest booth. And they had such cute pictures and just books, and oh my goodness, I just loved it so much. And then here we are, and I can't tell if we're going up the stairs now. So I think we're getting close to being done, because we walked around and I said, you know, I think I'm a little tired. I've got enough of everything that I wanted, but I guarantee that I probably still go on for another 10 minutes. But yeah, there's some pretty awesome things in this store. But if you're definitely in the Columbus area, you have to stop and visit, because there's so many wonderful things. You can spend a whole day. You can go grab lunch and then go here, or go here and then go grab lunch, and it's just, here's another Christmas room. But yeah, you definitely have to stop in here and just take in everything that you see. There's always new items. They definitely like people to refresh their booths a lot. I think a lot of these people were still doing after Christmas sales, but yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful location. And then back in this area is one of my other favorite areas, because I buy a lot of my tin cans and different things like that. But of course I had to stop and, you know, look at the books to see what they had. This booth right here is actually where I buy a lot of my vintage tins. I'll buy a lot of my tobacco tins and coffee tins and different things like that. And I use those to put my mice in, because I do gatherings. But I love the old like diner type items they have. They have wonderful stoneware. But they have like little pieces of things like wooden blocks with letters on them for like 50 cents. And they just have like a plethora of things that you can find in this booth. I probably bought about 50 postcards from this booth. They had so many different ones, but the tin cans and I just love it. Like, they have the old spice containers, and this is one of my favorite booths. So you're going to hear me keep saying absolutely love, but it is the truth. It's one of my favorites. And again, here we are. Look at all their cans. Like, I get like, oh my goodness. Like, I just get so excited. I get so excited when I go in that booth. It just amazes me. And across the way, I believe this is the other side to their booth, but this is the one where they have a lot of enamel. I will buy a ton of enamel from them as well. So I will have to come on and show you guys my haul that I got and the items that I'm listing, and then I'll come back on and show you what I use to make these items with my gatherings, to give you some ideas if you do craft shows or if you have a booth or anything like that. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to come on and show you what we make out of things. But yeah, this is the other side of their booth, and I absolutely love their items. Oh, look at that. I have a thing with enamel, rusty crusty, as if you can't tell. Look at all those tins, and they've got such great wooden crates. You got a rug beater. I love it so much. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming to this antique mall with me. I appreciate it. Be sure to watch for our video where we show you what we purchased. And by we, I mean me. And I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Bye.